friends, what's up? Kaz here. Welcome back to another episode of Car Mechanic Simulator. I know we are fulfilling some dreams of being a car mechanic. So actually, car mechanics are pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. So we're taking on this one for this, starting this episode off, which is quite a bit. I think we need to. I don't think we need to get. Oh my goodness! Look at that rust. Okay, so that is. That's a. That wasn't on the list. The starter was not on the list. But that looks bad, right? 15%. I think we need to go buy a new starter. I don't think it was on the list, but we should replace it because it looks like... I wonder if we're going to get in trouble for that. There we go. 80 bucks. Let's give it a go. We're down from the starter 2000, which is interesting. So let's go ahead and put that back on there. Maybe we have to take that off. I don't know. Okay, so we need to get, what's this thing? There's the throttle. What do we need to take off for that? Intake manifold, throttle. I wish it would show me. Oh, right. Okay, here we go. It would help if we're in the right mode, so we need to take that off and then assemble the throttle. There we go. Easy enough. So disassemble. So we do have one. Okay, which spark plug's bad? Is it? Can we? I'm thinking it's this first one actually. Yeah, that one looks. 17%. Yeah, that one was bad. Let's put the new one in. And let's go back to disassembling because we need to get at that engine head, as well as there's like some sort of bearing that we need to get at in here. So, oh my goodness, we're getting started and I haven't even said anything. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and all the support on the series. If you're liking this series, this is kind of like just an experiment because I wanted to play this game for a while. It was kind of fun to play the demo, and Playway actually got a hold of me and was like, hey, do you want this game? And I said, sure. Oh my goodness. So we need to take apart a lot. Engine head. So we do need to take apart this. So let's take that off, take apart. Oh my goodness, so many bolts. I mean, I've replaced the head gasket before, and you pretty much have to do all this, except not the engine head itself. So I stay up all night. I'm watching the Republican convention. Oh, that's on right now? Remember when I started my YouTube channel and I thought I was gonna get 1,000 subscribers, when I really just showed myself reality. Yeah, you know, I kind of figured, I thought I might have been a little bit delusional as well with all that, and thought I was going to get a lot more. Oh my goodness, wow, we really need to take everything off to get at this thing. Oh, this is crazy. This is like major surgery here. And so let's take the dot. Oh my goodness. Can we see the open repair order? Okay, so I guess we can't. I hope that's all. Well, we have like some bearing that we need to keep an eye out for as well. Like a top and bottom, I think, is what we're replacing. This would be my assumption. So that's coming off. And now we need to take the camshafts off. So we need to take the timing belt cover off, which means we need to take the belt. It's just like the hip bone's connected to the thingy, you know, it's just one thing after another. We gotta take that off. We need to take the water pump thingy off. Right? I think we do. Yeah, I think we do. Jeez. Oh my goodness. So much stuff. We're just loading it up, putting it all in our trousers right here. Okay, so let's take the timing belt off, and then we got to take the cam gear off, and that cam gear off, and now we can take the camshaft off, and that camshaft, and oh, we need to actually take the spark plugs out. Okay. Ooh, it's like we're taking this whole thing apart. I wonder how much this thing would cost to actually do in real life. This would probably cost a lot of money to replace, and you probably just end up getting a new car at that point. Because okay, so there's still like a thing that we need to replace. I'm trying to find it here. Right? Let me see. So we've done the throttle, we've done the spark, we've done the crankshaft bearing cap. So we got an engine block. The crankshaft is at the bottom. That's the crankshaft. So we need to actually lift up the car. Okay. We're just taking the whole engine apart, guys. This is crazy. So I think we need to drain it too, right? That's gonna make a mess. Crankshaft, gearbox. So we need to get the oil. So we need to drain the oil. I'm thinking we need to drain the oil. I don't really want to find out. I mean, it's not dirty, but we're gonna take this oil pan off, and so there we go. I'm wondering what would have happened. We probably should have just figured out, tested it. The Legion pack came out today for watt. What is watt? Okay, so there we go. That's one of the things that we need to replace. Oh, there's the other one. Okay. We are getting really into the nitty-gritty. So when I was in high school, I actually took consumer auto, and I took advanced small gas engines 1 and 2. And in the second one, we actually took apart a lawnmower. So we brought in a lawnmower. I brought in the family lawnmower. I don't think my mom was too happy with that. And took it all apart, all the way down, like every part out. It was crazy. Like it was completely taken apart, and put it all back together, and it ran just fine. It actually ran a little bit better. So that was pretty sweet. Okay, so I think we need to lower it. Now we can't forget. Oh, okay. Yep, that's obstructed. There we go. Get out of here, stupid oil. What are you good for anyway? Just catching stuff. What are you watching? This game is extremely boring. Yeah, I suppose. I'm having fun. It's kind of up to you, man. If it's not your game, that's totally cool. It's all you, buddy. You can like whatever you want to like. It's pretty interesting. I find it fun. It's just kind of like relaxing and just hanging out here. I might end up doing some. Okay, so we gotta put that together. Learn a little bit about cars, I suppose. That's kind of fun to do. But gosh, this one's taking forever. We better make some bank on this one, because the amount of work that we're putting into getting this one going is crazy. Oh my goodness, we gotta screw this stuff back in. This whole episode is going to be just working on this one car, which is just nuts. There we go. Alright, so we're getting the side of it all back on. Oh my goodness. Let's put the timing belt cover back on, screw that all back in. World of Tanks. Oh, okay. How do you make your name, Cause for Christ? Well, Cause is a shortened version of my last name because there's way too many people with my first name. So I had 6 friends with the same first name. So we kind of all came up with nicknames, and mine was like the first few letters of my last name, which is pretty cool. And then it's not entirely made up on my own. My dad told me that that's what his coaches called him. in college, and I've liked it, so kind of adopted it. And then shortly after that, I became a Christian. So it's kind of a play on words of I always want to be a cause, you know, C-A-U-S-E for Christ. So it's been ever since. And another problem was like cause is just a 3-letter username, and a lot of places don't allow you just to have a 3-letter username, or it's already taken, which is crazy. I didn't run into that a long time ago, but it seems like lately I've been running into, oh my goodness, so many bolts. Seems like I've been running into it a lot more. And then Steam, actually, my profile on Steam is Koz, K-O-Z. I was one of the first because I've been on Steam since like day one. So that's pretty sweet. So I think we got it all back together. We just, oh no, we don't have it all back together. We need to put the spark plugs back in, and then we need to put oil back in the car. I don't think it would let us drive away on that, which would be good. And then we need to put the ignition coils in. It's kind of weird that this car would have individual ignition coils, but I think that most cars now, they do that rather than, all right, so put some oil back in. I come here for you to read my comments like right, you are reading like this. What's first name? I don't really want to share my first name, so it's up for you guys to guess. Actually, don't guess. I'm not really gonna even respond to you guys guessing, so. Koz is what I go by, actually, so first name Koz, go for that. That works. Yeah, I don't think he'll tell you that. Yep. Nope, not gonna tell you that. Hey, no, it doesn't hurt to try, though, and ask questions. Totally fine. Nothing wrong with asking questions. Totally. You got me. It is totally that. Koz is a shortened version of Gertrude. Oh, man. That's pretty funny. All right, so find and fix. Let's take, let's take this job. That one took forever. That was like 15 minutes working on that car. Not even including buying the parts for that one, but we did get like $2,500. So we're gaining cash and experience, which is good here. So battery, crankshaft, what? Crankshaft bearing cap. Is that still the ignition coil? Oh my goodness, this is another one that's gonna get crazy. Battery pack, crankshaft. So battery, which is nice. That one's easy. Crankshaft, bearing cap. Yeah. Well, that's only the bottom of the engine, I guess. It's not that hard to get to, but ignition coil, intake manifold. Ignition coil, intake manifold. Ignition coil and intake manifold. Intake manifold. I know it's the I4DI. Yep. So spending some money. Piston with Conrad and spark plug. Piston with piston. Oh, there we go. We're replacing a piston. Spark plug. All right. Let's put that one over there on the left, and let's take a look at what we got for more jobs. Still don't have enough for that one, which I'm kind of excited or looking forward to doing. Replace all engine faults, change oil and filter. That one should be pretty easy. Let's take that one. Jeff Celery. I finally got it. His first name is Cheese. He is Rick Scott in design. Who is Rick Scott? I don't know who that is. Is that supposed to be somebody famous? Oh my goodness! Front shock absorber, front spring, front shock absorber, and front spring. And what else we got here? There's a whole lot of front wheel hub, rear suspension arm, front wheel hub, rear suspension arm, front wheel hub, rear suspension. Oops. Rear suspension arm. Rear, there we go. What else we gotta buy for this one? And rear sway bar A, spring cap. Rear sway bar A. Rear sway bar A. Spring cap. Spring cap. Alright. I'm hoping we get like a level up here to sway bar, rear end link, and wheel hub bearing. Sway bar, rear end link, and oh, I already forgot. Some sort of bearing. Wheel hub bearing. Wheel hub bearing. There we go. Alright, let's put that one over on the right side. We'll get both of these done, and then that'll be the end of that episode. The governor of Florida is Rick Scott. Okay, the first thing that comes up if you search is you get Cross of Christ prison server, so probably my download. Yeah, sure it is. Let's take a look. So we need to replace that, and I'm thinking that, shoot, what's all the stuff that we need to replace? Because I thought we had an ignition coil to replace, and a wheel hub bearing cap, which is, oh, and then can we get at those from the bottom? I'm wondering if we can. Let's pull these guys out. That was 63. There's our busted up spark plug that we need to replace. And that one's fine. And one of those ignition coils I thought needed to be replaced. Let's pump this up and see if we can get at. I want to let's test this. I want to test this. Let's not get the oil drain and see what happens. Probably bad things happen. I'm assuming it's just gonna go everywhere. Wait for it. Wait for it. Yep, there it is. Oil cleaning costs. So we do need to drain it all first. So there's our piston stuff, and then there's our crankshaft bearing cap. I finally got his. He is actually totally. I have bread for sale if you want to message me. Okay, bread for sale? I don't know why we would be messaging you for bread. Accessible from engine bay. Okay, so this is not accessible from down here. So let's go ahead and assemble this. That's odd. I thought we would be able to get at it, but this one we did have to get at from underneath, and it did cost. I just wanted to see. I wanted to see if it just oil came out, but it was a little bit not exciting, which is too bad. Let's see here. So I think that let's see, what do we got for that? We got spark plug, piston, intake manifold. So we do need to get the intake manifold, so that is more stuff in the engine bay, I suppose. 938. It didn't work. Yeah. Exhaust manifold cover. So we're going to take the cover off, and then that is going to be, which we do need to take this off to get at the engine head cover. Oh, this engine must be different, unless the cover was fine to get off. It was the getting the engine head off. Yeah, there it is. That's what's going to take forever. So there's our manifold cover that we need to replace when we put it back on. Keep that in mind. Don't let me forget. Don't make me forget. You guys won't make me forget. Alright, so camshaft, let's take the fuel rail off. And now we need to take this side of all the things off in order to get at that. So let's take the belt tensioner off. We're going to take one of the serpentine belts off, and then the other one, which these are a pain to work with in real life. I don't know. The problem is you can never get at them. Like, they're so close to the edge that they're just super hard to get at. So it's like, get at these belt tensioners and stuff, you need like special tools almost to get at them, which is just ridiculous. So we're gonna take the timing belt. We've dang near are taking this whole thing apart in order to get at this part. So we better get paid well for this. Yeah, that's what I really want to take off. And then we're gonna take the camshaft off. If I had a YouTube channel, I think I'd just rant about things. Okay, what would you rant about? I'm curious. Let's talk about that. That'd be fun. I'd rant about how Pokemon Go is like the single thing to get people outside and interacting with each other again, even if it is kind of a fake interaction. But okay, so that is our piston rod. Okay, so we need to take the engine block off. Do we really need to take the engine block off? Wow. Okay. We haven't gotten at a piston yet, so this is interesting. Alternator. Really? Is that really what we need to do? I feel like... Okay. Okay, so we need to take that off. Okay, so shoot, I'm doing this all wrong. Back up and down and up and down and up and down. This might be the only one that we get to on this episode. So we do need to take this off. And we need to take the crankshaft, which I was looking at that going, I think I need to take that thing off. I just didn't say it. I should have said it. Because then you guys have been like, oh, he's so smart. Wait, can we? Okay, let's just take it off. And then let's see what we got over here. So, piston, rod, Conrad. Does that... Because I feel, oh my goodness, really? That's going to be insane if we need to take that off. Leafy bet me in. Do you have any pets? We have one pet. And his name is Sushi. There we go. Now we can take it off. And I can make him make an appearance here towards the end of the stream. So we can't forget about the bottom there. Get down back under there and put that back on there. My phone number is 911. I'd rant about popular YouTubers and get a ton of hate. Well, what's wrong with the popular YouTubers? Like, I mean, they're doing their thing. I don't know how you can like hate on them. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. You can say whatever you want, you know, because it's your opinion. And even if I disagree with you, you're entitled to have it. So I'm gonna hit you up. Call it Today I Want to Talk. Yeah, that's kind of a fun idea. You should give it a go and see if it picks up. So like, when I talk about YouTube stuff, it's I usually suggest like, the number one thing is like, you need to do something unique. And like, a lot of people try to do like Minecraft gameplay, and you know, it's just, there's so much out there that it's gonna take you a while to get noticed. So just keep that in mind when you're making stuff. So if you have an idea that's unique and interesting and you think people would watch it, then you should do it. Give it a go. See how it turns out and stick with it. That's the other thing, is like, if you're doing it just because you want to be famous or something like that, then you're probably not going to stick with it long enough to really see any kind of return on your investment of time. And even now, so I've been doing this for 4 years, and even now I don't really get a full return on, you know, I'd be better off getting like a part-time job, like driving for Uber or something, and then doing this all the time. If I was just going down by money and how much I make doing it, because my last tip was like 2 weeks ago, and it wasn't much, so it doesn't pay the bills, but this is a hobby and something I do for fun, so that's what happens. And it seems like I keep going back to that in the last few episodes, or across the series and stuff, because that's just how it goes with the chit-chatting. So we got ignition coil there. Whew, man, taking this whole thing apart is just crazy. So I feel like we're gonna miss some parts. We do need to put oil back in it, and we need to put the pan back on. So let's finish with this side bit, and then we'll get all of that back on. I don't know, maybe. I've never seen it before, so I'd be... You should do sponsors that pay, like... Yeah, I mean, they're well-known people, so I'm not well-known, and I don't really have the time available. You know, if it ever comes to it where I could make more doing this, then sure, I'd switch over. But I'm just, it's not really seeing it here. 60K a week seems a little crazy. I don't think that's completely true. So here we go. Let's put, we gotta put that back on. What else do we gotta put back on? So then that we should be, there's the oil pan. So put the oil pan back on, drill that back in. Yeah, I am in a good network. I really like the network I'm in. I get a good percentage of what I would make, so let's check. And battery. Oh man, we almost forgot the battery. Jeez. Put the new battery in, and then we got to put the oil in. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's take a look. Let's test out dipstick. Oh, we need more. 1, 2, 3. And then that's probably enough, right? Yeah, that's enough. Boop, 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 boop. Finished job. Whew. That is a long one, man. Seriously. Okay, this one's gonna be a big one too. Looks like it's just all suspension stuff, so that's a little bit, that's good. So we're gonna open it up and take a look underneath. So we got this suspension over here. What do we need to do to get at that? We need to take the wheel off, obviously. Hey Gabe, welcome to stream. Thanks for stopping in. Paid donors liking cheese or cookies. Cheese would be good, man. Subbed. Okay. Cool. I've never really liked what he does, but you know, that's just my opinion. I know a lot of people like what he does. He's pretty entertaining to some. I'll put that back up there. Scoot back in. And then put that back on. Put that back on. Okay. So I'm not going to put the wheel back on just yet. I think that... Let's take a look. So the sway bar link and then that. Okay, so we need to take that thing off, the bushing off. Wow, we got really close to it now. There we go. Take those out. And then I think, let's see. Yeah, we need to take the wheels off. These rear wheels, I think both of them need to come off in order to get that sway bar link off. To be honest, I don't really like pews. That's fine. You know, everybody's entitled to their opinion. And a lot of people like him, so he's very successful at what he's doing. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so it looks like that's something we need to replace as well. Okay, we need to get the other side. Other side, here we do. And we figure out what else we need to replace. It doesn't let us open the repair order when we're disassembling, which is unfortunate. If we go to examine mode, probably we can. Yeah, there we go. Okay, disassemble. Okay, I don't need to disassemble. I just need to take the wheel off because I need to take this thing off. And now we can take that off. Okay, so let's take a look. CH. What if we see any other red? So it looks like there's some red, but that's in the front. And I think that, oh, that's another wheel. We got to take every single wheel off. Like killer YouTube drama. But I follow the McFriends drama. Yeah, McFriends drama is real. But, you know, that's just how it goes, you know. It was really good while it lasted, and it had to come to an end. So we got to take the cap off, and now we can take the... Wait, can we take that off? No, we do need to take the shock off. Next bone's connected to the... Yeah, it's like just crazy. Alright, so let's put the new front end spring, the new shock back on. And the mobile version's kind of like this too, which is interesting. It feels pretty grindy. I feel like they might have balanced this in, you know, wrongly. And I don't feel like we've even gotten to any of the DLC that I got, which is kind of crazy to think about, but we're getting there. I haven't seen a Maserati yet, which is really a bummer. But all right, so let's go to the back and let's get the back put back together here. Okay, let's put the sway bar in. Let's put the suspension arm back on. And then all the linkages are back together. Here we go. Here's the one. And this is going to be the brand new one. There it is. And put the bushing in. There it is. Do you still own server? I do not own the server. Actually, Joey, I passed it over to Joey a while ago. Not a while ago, like 6 months ago, I think, formally. He's been running it for a while informally because I just did not have the time. And I kind of like made the decision that I would focus more on making YouTube videos than building and running a server. It just seemed to have a better return. Let's do a party for Joey and Joey Rap on stream. Let's see, we need to put that back together. And then we can put the wheel back on. Looks like we were missing one wheel still up at the front. This game is pretty chill, but I would die if I played it. Yeah, I think if you're looking for a game just to relax, it's probably okay. Like, it's kind of on the lines of American Truck Simulator or Euro Truck Simulator. It's kind of like, you know, it's just, you got home, you had a crazy day at school or work, and it's just, you just want to hang out and just do some mindless stuff, you know. Let's take a look at the repair order. So, front wheel hub and wheel hub bearing. So, we missed, there it is. It's this side. Dang it. Disassemble. I would be a terrible mechanic, I'll tell you what. You get parts left over. I'm part of the PLO club on very many occasions. It's called the Parts Leftover Club. I had a friend take apart a laptop, and he had an entire green board left over. So, yeah, we were very aware of the Parts Leftover Club. Needless to say, the laptop did not run after that. So I think that's the wheel bearing that we need to replace right there as well. So there we go. I just made a survival server, but only have 2 Minecraft friends. Do you drink Kaz? You don't have to answer that. I drink lots of water, man. It's just tons of water. I drink all the time, man. So to answer your question, yes. What I think you're asking is if I drink alcohol. And I do drink beer here and there. You know, 1, maybe 2 if I'm going to be at a place for a while. But I really, you know, and then if it's any kind of mixed drink, it's 1. I just don't, you know, I don't like to have any more than that because it's just the feeling of not feeling like in control of yourself just does not appeal to me. I like, you know, and then just one is fine for like just relaxing. Just helps loosen up, just kind of relax, and that's fine. And I don't need it to literally talk to anybody because I like to talk to people. So if you ever meet me at a convention or something, you'll learn that pretty quick. I'm just totally fine with meeting new people and talking to people. So I'd love to make it to a convention sometime and meet some people, but oh my goodness, that took forever. But we're at 1,700 experience after that and 5,500 bucks. So now we can do this one. So we're probably gonna do that in the next episode. I think we're over the time limit here. So hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in and all the support so far. This is Kaz reminding you guys all, enjoy the game. God bless.